What's up, YouTube? So once again, I'm skimming through YouTube and I bumped into the Stephen A. show again. He's taking a few calls, and the next caller, I think he wants to talk about, the New England Patriots and how apparently they are lucky to get all their wins, and they're lucky to have the type of dynasty that they have. Tom Brady's lucky, Bill Belichick's lucky, the whole organization is lucky to have everything go their way. So let's go ahead and listen to this caller and see what he has to say.
Thank you so much. Nick, talk to me. You're live with Stephen A. What's up?
Hey, Steven.
Yes, sir.
I just want to talk about the Patriots and ask you how much you think luck is involved in their dynasty or whatever is
Doesn't
going
matter
on.
to me. Doesn't matter to me. Deflategate, like, for example, let's go down the list, all right? Because my man Carlton, who I'm still waiting to call from Tampa because we know how much he's a Belichick hater. I want to see what he has to say today. But let's go down the list, okay? So you have Spygate. There's no denying that happened. There's no denying that we're still looking for tapes that the NFL got a hold of and they must have destroyed or whatever the case may be that shows the extent to which the Patriots were cheating at that particular moment in time, meaning Bill Belichick. But here's what I remember about Spygate. What I remember about Spygate is that it became an issue like in week 1 or 2, right, of that season, Nick. That was the year they went 16-0. So what happened to them for the other 14 games?
Exactly, Stephen A. Exactly. They get in trouble for cheating, which is a terrible thing. It undercuts everything, the spirit of the game. They get caught cheating. But then after that, what happened to the rest of the season when they ran the table down there until they got to the Super Bowl? What happened to that? If anything, it's even worse after you get caught cheating because now everybody's definitely watching you. Everybody is scrutinizing every single thing you do. You have a target on your front and your back. So what happened? They still won. They ran the table until they got to the Super Bowl and bumped into Eli Manning and company. And everybody knows Eli Manning is a Tom Brady killer. He should go to the Hall of Fame just for beating Tom Brady 2 times.
That it was an issue, okay? They were undefeated. Then they went to the postseason. They were undefeated before the Giants knocked them off. Let's go to Deflategate. Deflategate was an issue. They fought tooth and nail. Tom Brady damn near was ready to take it to the Supreme.
You want to talk about Deflategate? You want to bring up Deflategate, a ball that has it's normally inflated to about 3 or 4 pounds, and a pound is taken off the weight of the football or the PSI of the football. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, maybe it's a little extra, or it's easier for the quarterback to throw. It might be easier for the wide receiver to catch, whatever you want to call it, which I seriously doubt it. But what does that have to do with the defense? The defense is still holding it down. A deflated ball only helps the offense. It only helps the offense. So what do people have to say and bitch about the defense of the New England Patriots? The defense was still putting it down, because I do believe that the game that I think Deflategate happened was I think the score was like 34 to 3, I think. Well, what about the defense? The defense never touched the ball. If you don't score, you can't win. And it was like 30. Don't quote me. It was like 34 to 3 during that game. New England absolutely killed it. So you can't bring up Deflategate.
Court before he was ultimately convinced to just drop it, serve his 4-game suspension, what have you. What do? They turn right around and they win the damn Super Bowl.
Oh, and you don't want to talk about the punishment for Deflategate. Exactly, Stephen A. Smith, exactly what he says. Tom Brady was pissed. He was on a super mission. He couldn't wait to play. What happened? He was suspended for those 4 games. What happened? He came back right on cue. Right on cue. I think they ran the table. Or maybe they might have lost 1 game. But he went and won the Super Bowl. He went and won it all. So all this thing about this delusion about, they're cheating and that's the only way they can win. Every time they get caught doing something, they seem to come back even tougher. So if from this point on, if New England does get caught cheating, it'd probably be best to not say anything, because maybe they might mess up, because every time they get caught or accused of something, they come back stronger. They come back stronger.
And then now this year, as Tom Brady said to Chris Hogan, I'm too old, you're too slow, we've got no skills, and look where we are. Bleep everybody. Because guess what? You talk to players, you talk to coaches, you talk to people who know football, who have been a part of football for decades and longer. They swear by the greatness of Bill Belichick and the greatness of Tom Brady and how capable they are of overcoming so many things. Let's not forget.
Some things you can't measure in an athlete. The will to survive, the killer instinct, the willing to slit the throat, the willing to punish to punish the enemy so bad that their children won't want to come after you. You want to destroy the whole family lineage. Some people just don't have that. But the main people that do have that is a guy named Michael Jordan, another guy named Kobe Bryant. You want to go to football? You have Joe Montana, Tom Brady, and I can't leave out that one guy that doesn't have it, LeBron James.
The great catch by Chris Hogan yesterday. Let's not forget the great play by Julian Edelman. Let's not forget the fact that although Rob Gronkowski seems on his last leg, somehow, some way, this guy is just absolutely phenomenal when it counts. Let's not forget those things. And let's not forget how that defense held Kansas City scoreless for the first half. That ain't luck.
I mean, I understand all that, and I respect the greatness, but all I'm trying to say is, like, the refs, like, the calls that they get, the random stuff that they get, like, you don't think that...
Look, this kid wants to talk about the refs. What happens in basketball? What happens? When LeBron James, Kobe, or MJ, they go inside the paint, they're going to get a lot of the calls. Now, for anybody else that goes in there and does what they do, they might not get those calls. But since you're a superstar and the referees know that you are a baller, you might get those calls. You might get those calls. And it's the same type of situation with the New England Patriots. They know they know that they're ballers. They know that they can play. So the calls might go in favor to their way. But once again, like I've said before in other videos, don't let it get to the point to where the calls might not go in your favor and you lose the game. Don't let it get that point. Now, you know the referees might be biased, so you better do everything in your power to not let it get to that point.
Accounts to any of the fact that they're still winning after all this time.
I didn't say it doesn't account. I said it doesn't matter. Let me ask you a question. Who are you a fan of?
I'm a New York Giants fan.
You're a New York Giants fan.
Oh, God, of course he's a Giants fan. Of course he's a Giants fan. Well, actually, he shouldn't be complaining too much because Eli Manning beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. Eli Manning is a Tom Brady killer. I bet you to this point, and for the rest of Tom Brady's life, he'll have nightmares about Eli Manning in that special catch in one of the Super Bowls that he lost to them.
All right?
Yeah,
if the New York Giants fan had the same success that the Patriots had, right?
Yep.
Would you A, be calling it luck, and B, would you care?
No, I get you there. I hear you.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day. You know better. Don't do that. If you wouldn't do that to your team, don't do that to the New England Patriots. If you wouldn't do it to your team, don't do it to the New England Patriots. And it ain't say ESPN. It's